Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
It's time for another, I don't know what you want to call it, daily dose of blue sky bumbling. I don't know. We're going to talk about Bluesky. This is coming from Inc. magazine. I give Bluesky 6 months before it implodes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I'm like, everyone's turning on this now. Like, even the side that would, usually, agree with them. It's
Yes.
like...
Yes. So this is an expert opinion by Joe. Is it Procopio, founder of JoeProcopio.com? He must be important because he's on Inc. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Semaphore also saying that things aren't looking too good for Bluesky. So for all this talk of like Bluesky is going to be the next big social media platform, people are asking questions like, okay, so what's up with the moderation being batshit crazy? What's up with money? Like, how's Bluesky going to make any money? Mm-hmm. And they don't have answers.
That's what Twitter ran into, yeah.
Twitter ran into this too. So Twitter was hemorrhaging cash. Like, yeah, it was a big platform. Yeah, a lot of people were on Twitter. Yeah, but it was bleeding out cash because it was one of those things. It was kind of like Reddit. It was like, well, just come on in and you can use our platform. You can stink up the place, whatever, just as long as we get users, because eventually their plan is to monetize those users. And Twitter wouldn't monetize its users because we had a lot of activists and Marxists and communists working at Twitter. Mm-hmm. And they thought money was bad, but the company was in very, very bad shape. And it looks like Bluesky is headed for that as well, unless they change course. And I can tell you, since they basically have all the people that love 2017 Twitter, if you said, hey, we're going to paywall Bluesky, we're going to charge you guys like $10 a month.
Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen.
Well, look at what happened with Twitter.
Yeah.
We're going to charge you for a blue check. Oh my God, this motherfucker paid for Twitter.
Yeah,
Remember
I know,
that
right?
whole thing, that whole meme? Yeah. So let's talk about this. Before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Speaking of paying for things, you can pay for paywalled Clownfish content over at clownfishminus.com.
Oh my God, then I'm up for a pay for Clownfish.
Who the hell pays for Clownfish? You can also buy merch. And necessary evil, guys, believe it or not. People have to make money. So it's come from Inc. So it's so weird. We've been doing a lot of videos lately about Bluesky just because it's such a weird situation. And a lot of people are interested in basically watching it fall flat in its face.
I do like the fact that over there, it is like, I have mine set up that it's kind of like old Twitter where it's like art. And I have it for like pet animal stuff and, photography and things I like. So I have it set up for that. But they still interject political crap into that.
Like, look at this. See, this is mine. I'm logged in.
Yeah, see, this kind of stuff I do like.
We rate dogs.
And I like it for this kind of stuff.
Dog stick library. Look at that.
Unfortunately, for every like one of these you get there's like a dozen or more of the, it's only on the right. You're only allowed to, or only on the left. You only allowed to have the opinion on the left. And it's some ridiculous political hot take. Oh my God.
Fox Daily.
I just need a bunny and then my day's complete.
Yeah, I don't see any bunnies on here.
Oh.
But this is, so you can train it. You can train it to be like Twitter used to be.
Yeah, and in that regard, I like it. But there seems to be a lot of toxic behavior over there that for all their screaming about X, they're doing it as much, if not more so over there.
More so since the election.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay before. Like I said,
Well, that's like they all came over after the election.
So. And it's kind of like what happened with Twitter. As soon as the floodgates opened and, there for a while with X, it was kind of turning into 4chan, but it's not as bad now, I don't think. But again, the platform is the sum of the people you follow and interact with. Right. But everybody's so ban happy over there. It's like they basically just want this political echo chamber. So, this come from Inc. Give Bluesky 6 months before it implodes. Bluesky isn't the problem. It's the tech industry's unwillingness to learn from its own social media mistakes. So the guy says, I like Bluesky. It seems nice, but I'm not sure it's going to last.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. When I joined Bluesky a couple of weeks ago, I followed the same pattern I've been using with social media since 2007. I post a bit about myself. I let people know it's all going to be links to what I write about, and then I post links to what I write. It's a simple process. I've been doing it for 18 years. So he said he's been doing this for a while, but it's like it's a losing battle, right? He said he lost the good fight against the early social media giants. I became intimately familiar with the whole social media playbook. And since then, I've seen the social media mousetrap built back better over and over again. I give Bluesky 6 months. I'll tell you why, and I hope I'm wrong. I don't think he's wrong because remember, Jack Dorsey, who started Twitter, was on the board for Bluesky. It was actually a side project of Twitter. And he left because he's like, we basically created the same thing again.
Right. It's gonna follow the same pitfalls. Yeah.
He said social media is not a viable business model. I could end the column right here. That statement, social media is not viable, isn't entirely true. It's actually two different true statements glued together. One, friendship is not a viable business model. And two, social media is not friendship. That's actually true. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's talking about like the difference between friends and followers. And I'm not going to read his whole article here, but he said, yeah, attention's free. Dollars cost money. So in 2024 and 2025, it's clear that social media is just one big advertising platform. They're not really your friends. They're your followers. And what they're hoping you do when you come to any platform like this is that you bring your followers with you so they can monetize them. That's
pretty
what this is all
much,
about.
yeah.
And it's even with video platforms like YouTube and Twitch, they're really pushing you to monetize your audience. They want you to monetize your audience through their platform so they can take a cut. They want you to do memberships. They want you to do super chats. They want, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So if you have a massive following, they're like, yeah, come on over, bring your 2.1 million people over or whatever. It's obvious to you and me, but to everyone else, is it obvious? So they're talking about some of these other social media networks.
I haven't even heard of this one.
Diaspora, is that what it is?
I don't know. I never heard of it.
2011, it won the 2011 Mashable Awards. It's gone. Even Snapchat, like Snapchat was huge a couple of years ago. It's not now.
It's back though because
TikTok.
Yeah, I think I said that the other day. I don't think I pulled it up, but yes, they're saying that they're going to start doing something that's like monetizing, create a monetization at Snapchat to try to replace TikTok if TikTok gets taken down. So they're actually trying to ramp back Snapchat back up.
I think what's going to replace TikTok is YouTube Shorts and Instagram.
If
Reels.
it gets taken down.
If it gets taken down, they're begging for more time, I guess. But remember Vine? Like Vine was a huge thing, and then it just disappeared.
Vine became TikTok, basically.
Pretty much. Like I think they were too early to it, but yeah,
it happens to us a lot. Anyway,
yeah, it does happen. Like we actually started out as a podcast many years ago, and we had multiple podcasts, and then the podcasts really weren't going anywhere because people weren't listening to podcasts; they're watching videos. And now they're listening to the podcast again. I'm like, well, if we just stayed the course, I'm like, well, one, we'd be broke ass because we would have had several years where we didn't make any money. But like now everybody's making like millions of dollars on podcasts and we're stuck over here in video land. What the hell?
That's okay. We can translate the podcast. But anyway, continue.
We can transition to podcasts again. He said there's no such thing as a digital town square. Digital's not real. Have we learned nothing from Second Life?
Was this just naming all the defunct,
pretty much all the shit,
social media?
Yeah, so here's where we get down to. It said we don't really need it. The entire idea of a digital town square only exists to convince users to become the product
right
in the new
so
business
they can
model.
make money.
So here's the thing. Like you might like Bluesky now. At some point, they're going to have to make money off of you.
Yeah, it's like you're giving you the free sample.
Free sample.
And then you're going to have to pay eventually.
This is Bluesky's red pill. Okay, Elon figured out pretty quickly if you're going to productize your users with the digital town square model, you need to be a free speech absolutist for it to work. Bluesky looks a lot like X on purpose, probably. Well, yeah, it was actually developed as a side project of Twitter. Like I think originally what they were going to do is they're going to try to bottle Twitter for people that want like a private version of Twitter. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because of the way it's set up that you can use different servers or whatever. And I think it was going to be kind of like a blockchain thing because I know...
Oh, how dare they?
Well, Jack Dorsey at the end, he was going all in on blockchain. And remember, you could make your avatar on Twitter an NFT or some stupid shit like that. But I think he was looking at that like a decentralized messaging platform. And basically like, we're going to take the Twitter experience and let you do it yourself wherever you want to do it. And it didn't work out that way. And instead, they're just defaulting back to, we're just going to make Twitter all over again. He's like, yeah, I'm out. He's like, what's the purpose of that? It hasn't yet figured out where free speech ends in a way that doesn't make 25,000 of their products. I mean, users sign a change.org petition to keep a single user off the platform.
That was so funny to me yesterday. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, right. So, yeah. He's saying the decision the decision that you're going to have to go beyond friendship into monetization. The clock is ticking on that.
They're also saying that you have to be careful because, like, if you start blocking everyone who doesn't agree, you're limiting your audience, and two, your customers, your product,
right?
And two, it's just going to open Pandora's box for everybody to just like attack each other even more than they already are.
But that's what they're making headlines for now. First, it was like, oh, everybody's pissed off about Trump, and Elon, they're leaving X, and now they're making headlines for like, oh my God, they're getting rid of like senior editors from vetted legacy media publications because they dared put MAGA in one of their headlines or something, even though they were against MAGA. So it's nonsense. He said, yeah, about 6 months, Bluesky is going to collapse under its own weight. Maybe. I mean, who the hell knows? But we're seeing more and more articles like this. Semaphore, cloudy skies at Bluesky. A Politico writer was banned after taking a wave of criticism for saying leaving X because you don't like Elon is the kind of purity politics that leads Democrats in this mess to begin with. Yeah. And they're actually saying it over here now. The God account, not actually God. I don't see a check there or whatever. God says, you have to listen to God. The Democratic Party will continue to lose far, far into the future because their clueless 70-plus members are never going to get out of the way until they pass away. They do not care about winning. They only care about insider trading and enriching themselves. This has come from God on Bluesky, so you have to listen. But saying something like that got this guy banned. So people are going to look at it and be like, what's the point? What's the point of even going over that?
But yeah, if I do anything wrong, I'm going to be banned, and that's just it. I mean, if you can train it to not talk about politics at all and just block that stuff, you might have a good experience like dealing with like what Twitter used to be, but I don't know if it's going to be around. I don't think it's sustainable. And especially if the more they let these people unchecked, going around policing like these people making change.org petitions and stuff like that, the worse the reputation is becoming.
I think the best way to handle it, and X is already doing it, is you basically pay to play. If you want to have your own private Twitter, your own private Bluesky, the way that it used to be, and you want to curate and moderate it however the hell you want to, then you charge for it. You charge for it. You can host with kind of like WordPress or with different message board software. Like you can pay us $10 a month and you can have your own little private Bluesky group or X group or whatever it is. Or you can host it on your own server and install it like WordPress, and you can be the moderator. You can run it like a message board. That's honestly, I think that's the only way to do it fairly. But these people don't want to pay for shit. I mean, that's the truth.
You went after the audience who doesn't want to pay for anything. That's true.
Right. So that's the one advantage that X has, because X is going after conservatives and crypto bros. They have money.
They go after even the other side too. Anybody can have the blue check,
Yeah.
You just pay for it.
You just pay for it. But these people don't want to pay. A lot of the people that are on Bluesky now did not want to pay for Twitter and or X or whatever the hell you want to call it, X. And you don't get seen, basically. If you're not paying for it, you're not getting seen. You can use it, but you're not getting seen. So I think that's the only way that it's going to work out for them, and I don't think they're willing to do it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.